Boundless Immigration News, Weekend Review, May 13th, 2022. Diversity Visa Lottery winners announced for 2023. The U.S. Department of State, or DOS, announced the winners for the 2023 Diversity Visa Lottery this past week. Out of the millions who entered last year's lottery, 55,000 foreign nationals were selected to apply for green cards. The Diversity Visa program gets people from countries that typically do not send many immigrants to the U.S. the chance to obtain permanent residency. The lottery is open every year from early October through early November, and there is no fee to enter. If you entered the 2023 lottery, you can now visit the DV Entrance Status Check portal on the State Department's website to see if you've been selected. Results will be available on the portal through the end of September 2023. New report shows ICE spies on majority of Americans, despite privacy laws. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, or ICE, uses a sophisticated and highly invasive dragnet surveillance system to spy on the majority of Americans, even in states with stricter laws to protect the privacy of their residents. The findings are a result of a 2-year investigation by Georgetown Law Center on Privacy and Technology, which reports that ICE has created a large-scale surveillance system that reaches into the lives of millions of ordinary people living in the U.S., including U.S. citizens. According to the report, ICE has driver's license data for 3 out of 4 adults living in the U.S. and has scanned at least 1 in 3 of all adults' driver's license with controversial face recognition technology. ICE has also sidestepped privacy laws in states like California, which ban the sharing of utility information with immigration authorities by purchasing records of hundreds of millions of Americans' utility records through data brokers. In fact, ICE can locate 3 in 4 adults living in the U.S. today through their utility records. Texas governor plans to challenge Supreme Court guarantee of public education for all children. Texas Governor Greg Abbott said last week that he intends to challenge the 1982 Supreme Court decision guaranteeing public education access to all children, regardless of immigration status. Texas passed a law in 1975 barring undocumented children from attending public schools, claiming the cost was too great for the state. A group of students and their families sued, and the U.S. Supreme Court ruled that the Texas law was unconstitutional because under the Equal Protections Clause of the 14th Amendment to the U.S. Constitution, which says that no state may deny equal treatment under the law to a person residing in that state. The case is Plyer v. Doe. Following the leaked draft opinion in the Roe v. Wade case, some legal scholars are concerned that other cases considered already settled law may be challenged as well, such as Plyer v. Doe or even Brown v. Board of Education, which demanded the end of racially segregated schools in America. These cases all touched on rights not specifically named in the Constitution and were also decided based on the Equal Protections Clause. However, scholars caution that the logic behind those decisions differ from the Roe v. Wade case and stress that education cases like Brown, and to a lesser extent Plyer, should be safe. Lack of clear data leaves Asian immigrants vulnerable to impacts of changing laws. Advocates for Asian immigrants are sounding the alarm over studies and data gathering practices that disadvantage Asian communities by lumping all ethnicities in together, overlooking the large differences that can exist between groups. Lower-income Asians in the U.S., who have less access to health care, are often overlooked based on data gathering practices that lump all ethnicities together. English language skills, income level, social stigma, and immigration status vary widely among Asian groups, and researchers are working to clean up the data now, worried that things could get more complicated if Roe v. Wade is overturned. Many factors can prevent immigrants from getting reproductive health care, including contraception and abortions. Survivors of domestic abuse may especially rely on access to these services, which is compounded by the fact that Asians face the largest wealth gap in the country. According to a 2018 report by the Pew Research Center, those in the top 10% of income distribution earn almost 11 times as much as those in the bottom. Those are this week's top immigration news headlines. If you found this video helpful, please be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to Boundless for the latest in immigration news. Thanks for watching.